Hello, hello. My name is Miss Gagon, and welcome to my math class. Okay, let's talk about a few things. So, my classroom is a flipped classroom, hence why you are watching this video right now. So, some of you have probably heard of a flipped classroom, maybe you haven't. Basically, a flipped classroom, you go home, you're going to watch the videos at home, come to school, do the homework or the schoolwork at school. Hence why it's called flipped. We're flipping the traditional model, okay? So let's talk about the traditional model, the traditional math class. You come to school and you listen to a lecture. That is so long, it seems like forever. It's the majority of your class, it's usually about 45 minutes. And you're probably a zombie during most of this time. You take notes on this lecture. And then you go home and you do your assignment at home, okay? And this is my belief, but I believe that you learn math by doing math. So the majority of the learning in a traditional math class is taking place at home. And I think we should change that. I think the learning should be taking place in class, correct? Especially because when you're at home, what happens when you have a question on your homework? You get stuck, and then you have to ask your parents, and then your parents get frustrated. And then they have to go and get you a tutor, or they tell you to come in before or after school and ask me for help. And then it just becomes this whole big frustrating mess, correct? Or what if you're sick and you miss class? Same sort of situation. You miss the lecture, you're stuck, you're frustrated, you're behind, and you just continually fall behind, right? It's just frustrating. It's really frustrating. So let's talk about a flipped classroom, okay? We're going to flip this traditional model. We're going to switch places between home and school. So instead of coming to school and being a zombie at school during the lesson, you can watch that video at home and then come to school, and we're going to just work the entire period on your schoolwork, okay? These mini lessons are condensed into 15 minutes. So these lessons that you're watching at home, I'm going to try and make them 15 minutes or less so that you only have to listen to my voice for 15 minutes or less every other night, okay? At home, there's fewer distractions. There's no one talking behind you unless you have siblings, but you can still just put your headphones in to drown out that noise, whereas in class, you put your headphones in, you're going to get yelled at by your teacher, right? The videos can be paused and rewound. So let's say we just went over a concept in the video and you're like, I don't get that at all. You can go back and rewatch it. And you can rewatch it as many times as you want until you do get that concept, okay? And then they're watched on your own schedule. Just make sure they're watched before the class period, because if they're not watched before, then this is not going to work, okay? So they have to be watched before the next class period, by midnight before the next class period, okay? You do the written work in class. So I'm there to answer your questions. It gives us more time for extra examples and instructions, so we can go over the examples that you were maybe confused on the video. We can do some examples before I throw the homework at you, okay? You're going to be sitting in groups of 4 usually, and you guys can work together, and you can use these little think tanks to work together through the problems. And then the work is handed in at the end of class. So there's a possibility to have no more missing assignments in math class. And that would be awesome, right? So class becomes way more interactive, and it leads to higher grades, and most importantly, better learning. We'll actually be learning math. Yes. Okay? So this only works if you follow the procedure 100% of the time. So there are videos to watch nearly every single night, or every other night since we're on an AB schedule. But they must be watched before class. This includes days that you're going to be absent. So if you play sports, say you're on the football team or the golf team or whatever team you may be on, the swimming team, you need to check Canvas and make sure to stay on top of the videos, okay? You need to take notes on each video, and you'll be given guided notes. So I would purchase a 3-ring binder to keep these notes in. That would be the easiest way to keep it organized. And then with your notes open, you're going to take the Canvas quiz. There'll be quizzes for each and every video. Quizzes are worth 30% of your grade. That is the difference between an A and a C. That's a huge difference. And then late quizzes will only be worth half credit. So you need to make sure to take these on time. That's the difference between an A and a B. So if you take all your quizzes late, the highest grade you can get in my class is a B. Okay? And you just need to come prepared every day to work hard, get your assignments done, and learn. And I promise you, we will have fun along the way. Okay? I will make this fun for you if you are willing to do this for me. So parents, guardians, please be sure to read the disclosure for information about grades, policies, materials, and all that. And then send the signature slip back by next class period. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's just my first last name, Alexis Gagon, at canyonsdistrict.org. That's how all the teachers' emails are. And then please check your email address on Skyward. This is mostly for parents and guardians, but I send out progress reports and emails about what's going on in class. I'm going to try and send them out weekly, so I'd love for you guys to receive these. And then thank you so much. I'm super, super excited to have you guys in class, and I look forward to meeting all you. Seeing you. Okay.